firmly in support of her running to represent the same community. What is it that you saw in her?
Her love and compassion for the people is what I stand behind. Because I've known her ever since I've known her. That's what she's been about the people in the community. That's what I stand for.
Why is this important to you?
It is important because of who we are as a community. History has shown there's a lot of divide amongst groups of people, right?
Yes.
But we stand together saying, you know what? We are here for the people.
That's true.
And that people come from all shapes, sizes, backgrounds, but at the same time, we all want the same thing. What do we want? We want a safe community.
Yep.
We want a good quality education for our kids.
Yes.
We want to own homes.
Affordable homes. These are living examples to tell you it's possible. But remember, no shortcuts.
No shortcuts.
Say that to them.
In America, there's no shortcuts. Shortcuts might be too short.
Yeah, for you. And it might shorten your life.
It might shorten your life. Yeah.
What do you have to say to our brothers and sisters in Kenya? Watu wa Kenya, uko na nini kuambia watu wa Kenya wanakusikia sasa hivi?
Watu wa Kenya tunasema hapa Amerika tunawawakilisha. Kama hapa unaona tamu, chakula ya Kenya iko hapa. So Wakenya wanakuja hapa kuburudika.
About the beautiful lady next to you, I can't stop smiling. Hey, who is she? Who are you?
Hi, my name is Zawadi. I'm his daughter. I'm the youngest of three.
Take a break. Did you hear that name? Zawadi.
Zawadi means gift in Swahili.
Yourselves who have been here for that long and you've seen the ups and downs, you've been through the ropes. What's your message to African families that are struggling to integrate here?
In fact, they need to know, and that's what I'm trying to do here.
Yes.
They need to know we are bringing a lot of richness. Our cultures are rich and vibrant, and we have a lot to teach the Americans.
That's true.
We have a lot to learn from them, but they have a lot to learn from us.
Welcome to Afrisota Digital. Today we have something truly special for you. While Kenyans back home celebrate Madaraka Day with flamboyance, elegance and passion, Kenyans right here in Minnesota made sure the celebrations were just as vibrant and exciting. Join me today as we dive into the festivities and highlight some incredible stories. We spoke with a young Kenyan trailblazer running for a seat in the Minnesota House of Representatives. She is on the verge of making history as the first Kenyan to hold such a significant position in Minnesota. We also spoke with the CEO of the only Kenyan cuisine right here in Minnesota, bringing the flavors of home to our community. And finally, we heard from a seasoned professor who has dedicated his life to integrating African cultures right here in Minnesota. So what are you waiting for? Don't miss it. Let's see how it all went down. Have you subscribed? Have you liked? Have you shared this channel? That is how you support us and help us make more exciting videos like this one. So please like, subscribe, and share, because this is Afrisota. This is your channel.
Right here with me is the future representative of the
Minnesota House of Representatives.
Minnesota House of Representatives. She must be the first Kenyan.
Absolutely. You know what? You're right. If I win, I'll be the first Kenyan at the House of Representatives. We have a lot of our Somali brothers,
yes,
but I'll be the first Kenyan.
That's awesome. So let us hear, what is it that you're running for? What is it that you're looking at?
My brother, thank you so much for being here, by the way.
Yes,
yes, I am here running for Minnesota House of Representatives. We are raising our families here.
Yes.
We are investing here. Now it's time to sit at the seat of power.
Yes.
You know, to be a part of changing policies that actually reflect us as a community.
Yes.
And guess what? Our community is just not the African community.
That's true.
It's the whole inclusiveness of what this country has afforded us.
Yes.
Now is our time to give it back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm running.
That's true.
To bridge that gap in our community, to say that we are here and we are ready to contribute. Because we're already contributing, right?
Yeah.
We're paying our taxes. Our kids are going to school here.
Sure.
So why not get into politics where we can create policies that bring all of us together as a community, and then also understand our role in this country.
Yeah.
So we have to keep in mind too, how did we get here, and the struggle that continues, and our role as African immigrants, what that looks like.
That's true.
And then play our part to also contribute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so delighted when I see young people running to represent our community. And this representation is not representation for Africans. It's a representation of everybody in this particular community.
Yes.
Africans are already doing a lot in this community. And hey, Minnesotans, thank you so much. This is just the best state to live in.
Absolutely.
It's just the best state to live in. I just spoke with one of the congressmen. Here we go. And he is firmly in support of her running to represent the same community. What is it that you saw in her?
Her love and compassion for the people is what I stand behind. Because I've known her ever since I've known her. That's what she's been about the people in the community. That's what I stand for. And when you're genuinely there for the people, it shows. And
older has that on her shoulder, and she's ready to bring that to the house to carry our issues and struggles of ordinary people at City Hall, so they have a voice at City Hall.
Great.
So I stand with her and by her and her footsteps along her journey to that victory in the house that we need in this particular city and state.
Awesome. I'll ask you,
Yes.
why is this important to you?
It is important because of who we are as a community, right? This is my brother from the African American community.
Yes.
And I'm from the African community. What his ancestors did for us to be here to even have a chance to even say we are running for office is something that we need to remember and know that we have a role to play.
That's true.
So when I stand here with my brother to talk about we are stronger together, that's because we are going to be stronger together. It's not about African immigrants.
Yes.
It's not about, it's all of us as a collective. That's why it's so important to me that we have people who understand that collective unity
Yes.
and to come and bring all of us together. Because as you've known, history has shown there's a lot of divide amongst groups of people, right?
Yes.
But we stand together saying, you know what? We are here for the people.
That's true.
And that people come from all shapes, sizes, backgrounds, but at the same time, we all want the same thing.
That's
What do
true.
we want? We want a safe community.
Yeah.
We want a good quality education for our kids.
Yes.
We want to own homes.
Affordable homes.
Housing.
Yeah.
Exactly. We want healthcare for all of us. When you're sick, when I'm sick, are you sick different from me? You still need the same resources, right?
Sure.
It doesn't matter what background we are. So at the end of the day, when you look at what we are fighting for, we're fighting for the same thing.
Okay.
For all of us to thrive in our own rights. And that's the beauty of America.
Yeah.
When you can come here and live your free self, where you are able to thrive and where you are able to have resources
Yes.
that is able to help you be the person that you are supposed to be.
Exactly.
And then create a life that you want. That's the beauty of America. That's why all of us have migrated here. To live the American dream. And that American dream includes all of us
That's true.
working together and coming together.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's her motto, stronger together.
Stronger together.
Everything she said encapsulates what she actually stands for.
That's
Stronger
true.
together. And you just put all those people together. And so that speaks volume about who she is. I'm just encouraging everybody to go hold her for the house. This is who we need in our community.
I really appreciate. Yeah.
Hold her for house.
So if you're in this community, that is your representative.
Also, he's also running this year.
Yeah.
You know, he's very modest, but he's the people's choice.
Okay.
And that's his motto. And I've seen it time and time again. And so he's running actually in the East District. So anybody in Brooklyn Park in East District, your council member is Councilman Boyd, right here. Yeah.
Peace, 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 peace.
Thank you.
Diversity is our strength, and we belong here.
People's choice, and we're stronger together.
Stronger together.
Absolutely.
Remember that. So here with me, I have the sole proprietor of Tamu.
Tamu.
So tell us, what is happening here today?
Today we're celebrating Madaraka Day.
Madaraka
For the
Day.
Kenyans.
Okay.
That symbolizes when Kenya became a republic or self-governing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're celebrating.
So this is what we're celebrating.
With
So this
food,
is Independence Day of
music.
Kenya.
It's not really independence. It's independence is on December 12th.
December 12th. Okay.
Yes. Madaraka Day is so Kenya used to be a British colony.
Yes.
So on this day in 1963, okay, they decided they had had enough. The British decided that. And okay, done. So Kenya declared that it's a republic.
Okay.
And then in December, it officially announced that Kenya is now independent from the British. So it's 2 different days.
Okay.
We celebrate Madaraka Day and Jamhuri Day, which is Independence Day.
All right.
Yeah.
And normally, is this the population of Kenya that I see? Is this all about Kenyans in Minnesota?
There's a lot of Kenyans in Minnesota.
Okay.
The estimate is between 10 and 15,000. Somewhere there.
10 and 15,000 Kenyans?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. A lot of them are in the healthcare field. And most of them are off next weekend.
Oh, so that's the reason
They
why.
call it the Kenyan weekend off.
Okay. All right. All right.
And then in the health world, then this weekend is the Liberian weekend off.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I see there a beautiful sign, Tamu.
This one.
Tell us about Tamu. What is Tamu about?
Tamu is a Swahili word that means delicious or tasty.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. We serve delicious food from Kenya.
Okay.
Our restaurant is in Minneapolis.
What's the address?
1829 Riverside Avenue.
Okay.
In Minneapolis.
Uh-huh.
We open weekends, Friday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay. So this is probably you have lived in Minnesota for a while, I'm guessing. How
Yes.
long have you lived in Minnesota?
Over 30 years.
30 years?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Where is he? The guy that's serving people there, that's my son.
Wow.
and the other one is my daughter to the left. Yeah. So you can. I have grown kids.
You have grown kids.
Grown people.
How has it been for you in Minnesota? Being that you have come all the way from Africa, Kenya, of course.
All in all, I won't complain.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I can tell you.
Okay.
I won't complain.
All right. So in Afrisota, we do take stories of Africans who are, especially African immigrants, who are here in Minnesota, and they are making it big time. I would not take anything from, when I see a restaurant like that established in town, I know that's big time. But that definitely has not come without some hard work, some bumps on the way, and some struggles, some challenges. Is there any story behind Tamu that you may like to share with our audience here?
Yeah, you know, here in America, there's no shortcuts. If you're gonna get there, you have to work hard and smart. If you look for a shortcut, it might be too short for you.
Okay.
It may be quick money, but you know where you're gonna end up.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I want to say is, like, for restaurant is one of the most difficult businesses to start and to run. So when you see people with successful restaurants, just know they put a lot of work into it, because restaurants are very labor intensive and capital intensive. Right? And once you open a restaurant, that's your life. That's your life.
Unless you take the easy way out, which is to quit. But there's no quitting in you. I don't see quitting in you.
No.
So it definitely becomes part of you. It definitely becomes what you do.
Yes.
But apart from you just cooking and doing what you love to do, you provide a huge service to the community. I want to believe it's not only Kenyans who come to eat at your restaurant.
Oh no, it's a cross section of people from all over the world.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to be in Brooklyn Center as part of another restaurant, but then I moved to Minneapolis because of that diversity.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of people that come there just want to try Kenyan food, because it's the only Kenyan restaurant in Minnesota.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess we have to come to base.
You're gonna come down there.
We have to come down to base and see exactly what's going
Kenyans,
on.
they know us for running long distance.
Yeah.
We can cook for long too.
Wow. And you can cook for this community too.
Yes.
I think that's something which people in this community need to understand. Apart from us coming to the United States and facing some of the challenges that we face and making some of the progress that we make, we do serve this community in very specific and very special ways.
Right.
And right here with me is a brother who is doing that practically. And if you are an African who has just come in to the United States and is thinking things are so difficult, things are so hard, these are living examples to tell you it's possible. But remember, no shortcuts.
No shortcuts.
Say that to them.
In America, there's no shortcuts. Shortcuts might be too short.
Yeah, for you, and it might shorten your life.
It might shorten your life. Yeah.
What do you have to say to our brothers and sisters in Kenya? Watu wa Kenya, uko na nini kuambia watu wa Kenya wanakusikia sasa hivi?
Watu wa Kenya tunasema hapa Amerika tunawawakilisha. Kama hapa unaona Tamu, chakula ya Kenya iko hapa. So Wakenya wanakuja hapa kuburudika na watu wengine ambao sio wa Kenya. Kwa hivyo tumeshikilia hapa.
Wow, asante sana Buda. Asante sana.
Asante.
Nitakuja kutembea kuangalia vitu mnauza hapo.
Sawa.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Henry Umanyi. I am the executive director of Global Health Services. We are located here in Brooklyn Park. We specialize in early intervention and outreach services in matters social determinants of heritage in the African immigrant community. And that means HIV and AIDS, mental health, substance abuse, opioid, and suicide prevention. We partner with the Minnesota Department of Human Services, who are the sponsors of this event here today through my agency and the Minnesota Department of Health and Energy County. So tonight is Madaraka Day, which is the day Kenya got its independence. So Kenyans come together, like you say, to celebrate and remember, the day became, Kenya became independent. And you see, we have got people from all walks of life, children, parents, professionals, and the officers, all of the Minnesota Department of Heritage. No, the Minnesota Department of Human Services, the ones who were the sponsors here, they gave up this presentation, I think we were there. So this has been a very big problem. We have lost so many youths through suicide. And we have started this journey. That day that we are talking about this, we had another successful event in the city of Brooklyn Park, where people attended more than 150. We are having another event coming July 4th another one in August, which will be the biggest now in Minneapolis.
Okay.
When we invite all agencies, all businesses to come and we talk about this, the elephant in the house, which is suicide.
Instead of saying the child committed suicide or that person committed suicide, we need to do better and say the person died by suicide. Because if we keep using languages that are not empowering, that are not giving the space for people to seek support, definitely the stigma will still be going on. So we want to empower our community to have healthy conversations around mental health and suicide. We want people to recognize signs for people at risk.
Yes.
And alcohol and drugs. So please, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. And once again, my name is again Mamai. My number is 763-439-0083.
Great.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah.
God bless you, sir.
So, Mzee, I see you have a lot of great books here with African maps. I see Matengo. What is happening here today?
My name is Joseph Mbele. I am a Tanzanian. Tuongee Kiswahili.
Unaweza ongea Kiswahili chapa tu. Lakini kama unaongea Kiingereza uchape tu. Watu watasikia.
Okay, sawa. Basi mimi ni Joseph Mbele. Ni Mtanzania.
Okay.
Profesa katika chuo cha St. Olaf.
Okay.
Hapa Minnesota. Sasa these books I write primarily to educate the world about our African culture.
Yes.
Primarily. And so as an educator, as a researcher, that's what I do. To educate the world about our culture. Now also to describe African culture so that Americans can understand us, and to describe American culture so that Africans can understand us. So this book here, this one, is the one I wrote to help Americans understand Africans and to help Africans understand Americans.
So Africans and Americans
embracing cultural
differences. Beautiful.
It was very well liked by people, both Americans and Africans. So I decided to write this one here.
Okay. And this one is
a sequel.
Chickens in the bus.
Chickens in the bus.
Okay.
Yeah, because as you know, in Africa, when we travel, say from a big city like Nairobi to some village, you'll find people carrying chickens in the car, in the bus.
Yes.
And Americans will think that it's funny. I think it's great. And so I write about it. Our culture is great. There's a lot of meaning in it. And then I ask the Americans, how come you carry dogs in your car?
Yeah.
I have seen Americans carrying dogs
in their cars.
And they are not embarrassed about it.
That's true.
So why should we Africans, that's why I have the title Chickens in the Bus. And I'm very proud.
That's it.
I'm very proud of our culture.
Yeah.
I make no apologies.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of writing I do. That is the kind of writing I do.
No apologies at all.
No apologies. I'm a proud African.
Yeah, and it is awesome that we can bring the African culture in America and integrate with the American culture.
Yes.
This is the diversity that the entire world is all about.
Absolutely.
There is no one person, no one group of people that must exist at the expense of the other. We all are different for a reason. So this is what we bring from Africa. Education, I've seen Tamu is over there, cultural diversity, and we bring all that in Minnesota. Now tell me, how long have you lived in Minnesota?
33 years.
Wow.
I teach at this college. I've been there 33 years,
Okay.
33 years,
How has that journey been for you, sir?
It has been great. No regrets.
Okay.
I will do it all over again.
Okay.
First, as an African, I have brought awareness of Africa. I have brought a proper understanding of our values, of our lifestyle, our literature, our folklore. On the other hand, I have understood the Americans. So when I go to East Africa or when I go to Africa, I'm able to talk about America so that people get a better understanding. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly.
So I'm very proud of the experience I have had. I have no regrets.
A lot of Africans who come here find it actually a little bit difficult to integrate.
Exactly.
What message do you have for them?
Exactly. These books I write for them.
Okay.
It's difficult for them to integrate, but it's also difficult for Americans to understand us. And Americans have difficulties when they go to Africa. So I prepare them for the transition. That's what I do. I prepare because when I was new in this country, I also experienced those difficulties. So I'm writing to prevent other people from experiencing what we experience.
That's true.
There's no reason why everybody should reinvent the wheel. There's no reason.
That's true.
I'm making things easy for them. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you study here for you to become a professor here? Did you study back in Africa?
I studied in Tanzania up to university level, and I began teaching at the University of Dar es Salaam.
Okay.
Yes. I taught there, and then I came to the USA for my PhD.
Wow.
University of Wisconsin in Madison. So, to answer your question, I studied over there, and then did my doctorate over here. And I started teaching at the University of Dar es Salaam.
Okay.
So I'm not new
In the
to
teaching?
university teaching.
That's true.
Yeah.
What is your doctorate in, if I may ask?
African languages and literature.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
This is the proper diversity itself we're talking about. The beautiful lady next to you, I can't stop smiling. Hey, who is she? Who are you?
Hi, my name is Zawadi. I'm his daughter. I'm the youngest of three.
Take a break. Did you hear that name? Zawadi.
Zawadi means gift in Swahili. Yes. I was born in Tanzania, but when we came here, I was a baby. I was 5 months old. So I grew up here. Ever since I was little, I've tagged along with my dad to so many different events, so many different cultural events. And it's been eye-opening. It's a lot of experience, meeting people from different cultures. And even us, like, we have our own cultural differences. You know, me being raised here in America, you know, outside, like in schools with my friends. But in the home, it was being raised Tanzania. So we have a lot of stories.
Wow. It's not every day that you see a daughter side by side the daddy like this.
Yeah.
In this country where secularization is taking up everything.
Yeah.
What is the secret? Tell us. A lot of us come from Africa and we get consumed by the society. Tell us, what is the secret?
We've just been like this ever since I was a baby. Like, when I was literally maybe 4 or 5 years old, when they couldn't find me a babysitter or daycare wasn't available, I would go with him to his classes. I would just sit in the back with my coloring books. And ever since I was little, we've been very, very, very close.
Do you write also?
When I was younger, I did. I got my bachelor's degree in communication studies. So I used to be a very avid reader and a writer. He wants me to go back into writing, so maybe.
I want to see you into writing.
Yeah.
Because you need to keep this alive.
I do.
You need to keep this alive. And I think you have the passion to do that. I think you have the enthusiasm to do that.
She designed the cover of this book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this one here.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
She designed it, yeah.
That's awesome.
So she helps me.
She helps you.
In a real way.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what we have to do. A lot of us, I mentioned, a lot of us African families come over to the United States, and before you know it, things start going south. You know, a lot of families are struggling to integrate in the United States. So for somebody like yourselves who have been here for that long and you've seen the ups and downs, you've been through the ropes, what's your message to African families that are struggling to integrate here?
In fact, they need to know, and that's what I'm trying to do here.
Yes.
They need to know we are bringing a lot of richness. Our cultures are rich and vibrant, and we have a lot to teach the Americans.
That's true.
We have a lot to learn from them, but they have a lot to learn from us.
That's true.
The social life, you know, the connections between individuals, the sense of community, those types of things. We bring a lot of values. And so if they read my book, for example, they will see, you know, the positive side that we have in our culture. But we also have to learn from them.
Yes.
And so I like that.
The balance.
To recognize exactly each culture has something to teach another culture. That is the message.
This is Dr. Joseph Mbele, and I just want you, if you don't understand Swahili, Mbele means forward. So Dr. Joseph, forward. Can we say that? Keep moving forward. Forward ever. Thank you so much, Dr. Joseph. There's so much wisdom here that cannot go. That we cannot let it slide. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you for the good work. Keep doing it.
Thank you very
We
much.
love it.
Yeah, nice talking to you.
All right. Let's do it.